Shelly fossils find their place on the evolutionary tree, and cute, cuddly, widdly puppy talk might actually have a bonding function. This is Science Wrap. Hello and welcome back to Science Wrap, the show where we feed you the tastiest new research from the world of science, all wrapped up in an easy to digest package. My name's Miriam, PhD and science lover. I'm the first to admit that I turn into a squeaky voiced, squishy faced, absolute mess whenever I see a puppy or a dog. But it turns out that puppies actually get excited by this form of high-pitched speech. Bioacousticians in France recorded women speaking a passage to a photograph of a puppy, a photograph of a dog, and to a person. They recorded the women saying things like, "Hi, hello cutie, who's a good boy? Come here." They then analysed the acoustics of this speech and found that when women were speaking to a picture of a puppy or a dog, they automatically raised the pitch of their voice, with puppy-directed speech being the highest pitch. They then played these recordings to actual puppies and adult dogs and looked for the dogs' reactions. Puppies got super excited when they heard a recording of dog-directed speech, but not when they listened to a recording of human-directed speech. But what's really interesting is that when adult dogs were played the same recordings, they hardly reacted at all. They might have looked at the speaker for a brief moment and then looked away. So what was driving the behavior of the dogs? Well, the scientists think that the high pitch and melodic nature of the puppy-directed speech is particularly salient to young dogs and helps facilitate the bond between owner and pup, or in nature, mother and pup. Now, some scientists actually think that this puppy-directed talk, which is really similar to baby talk, actually helps other people or animals learn a language, because the same kind of tone and intonation is found when people speak to foreign language learners. But another study suggests that the elongation of vowels, which is another characteristic that's found in baby talk, isn't present in puppy talk. So probably the most likely explanation of why we talk to our dogs in this way is to get their attention. The next step is to figure out whether dogs have an innate propensity to listen to these higher pitched voices. To something a little less cute now. Well, I guess cuteness is all relative. But scientists in Canada have found a place for a group of Shelly fossils on the evolutionary tree. Hyoliths are a group of animals that were found during the Cambrian period. They're soft and squidgy on the inside with a cone-shaped outer body and little lateral spikes called helens. Previously, these ice cream cone creatures were grouped in haphazardly with mollusks or tossed aside into their own taxa. But now, scientists have found a crucial piece of anatomy that groups hyoliths with brachiopods, the group also known as lampshells. This structure is known as a lophophore. It's basically a tentacle that extends out from the mouth and acts as a type of feeding structure, and only brachiopods have this particular type of feeding tube. The paleontologists were actually really lucky to make this classification, as they found a tiny bit of soft tissue preserved on one of the fossils they were studying. Generally speaking, soft tissue doesn't hold up well over millions of years, and often isn't preserved in a fossil. But thank goodness it did, because now these curious little creatures have a home. Okay, that's a wrap on some of the science news from this week. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please offer suggestions of kind of topic areas that you might want to hear about. Give this video a like if you can, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye!